Hello, welcome to a game between Next Cygnus and SSS Hello. Next Cygnus will be playing as the purple Protoss player at the 6 o'clock position, and his opponent, SSS Hello, will be playing as the green Zerg player at the 3 o'clock position. I believe he has already found his opponent, and this probe is going to be going to the hatchery location, whereas SSS Hello is going to be saving a lot of minerals to potentially put down a hatchery. It looks like he does want to put it down, and the drone is going to be met with the probe, and the probe is going to try to dance around and try to delay that hatchery as long as possible. There is still no spawning pool going down, and the probe finally goes away. He has only about, I think, 10 HP or so left, and SSS Hello will finally get his hatchery down. And there is going to be a forge being opened up, a gateway forge opening for Next Cygnus, as he is still dancing back and forth with that probe. Not sure what he wants to do, perhaps, or maybe he's just patrolling. And I'm sure at this moment SSS Hello does suspect that his opponent is going to be at the 6 o'clock location, as he is going to be putting down the spawning pool and immediately afterwards the extractor. Meanwhile, inside the base, a secondary pylon is being opened. Ooh! 2 pylons, 3 pylons being opened at the bottom of the ramp, and this hatchery will be cut off by Next Cygnus. Next Cygnus is going for a very sneaky play here, and there are no drones being pulled off the line, as the drones can't really do too much, and he is going to cancel that last pylon for a cannon, and the cannon is going to be directly next to this hatchery, and he might be thinking about canceling this hatchery, or he might actually let that go up. There is an extractor, but there's absolutely nothing mining it, and the probe is going to help out by hitting that hatchery. Every hit counts, as this probe is, ooh, he does force a cancel on that hatchery, and the drone will smartly run away because that hatchery really has no defense whatsoever. And now the gas is being, ooh, he does put down another hatchery, and he does cancel it. SSS Hello is struggling a little bit to try to figure out what he wants to do, and he does put down the roach warren, which is, I think, the correct thing to do. There is going to be a cyber core being opened at this moment, and the drone did try to get inside, but he was not able to. This is a very, very heavy investment for Next Cygnus, but Next Cygnus did get inside the base. He does have a very nice view of his opponent, and he's using the probe to get vision of the higher location, because you don't want the roaches to come over here and take free shots on those pylons and cannons. But I think eventually that's what's going to happen, because this probe will not live forever, even though most probes would want to live forever. And some Zerglings coming out, and the probe is probably going to go down, as the queen is going to give chase to that probe. The probe does have, I think, one more hit worth of HP left, and probably will go down. He is going to get some very nice scouting information. I believe SSS Hello was a little bit troubled by his opponent's build, and he is going to go through this little nice maze of buildings here, and he does go inside, does find that his opponent is going to be getting 2 gateways, and the first stalker will be coming out momentarily. There's going to be a total of 5 roaches for SSS Hello, as he needs to break this contain by his opponent. This is a great contain by Next Cygnus, as he is going to be chasing that drone with that one probe, and the drone is going to go down, forgetting that his opponent did have a cannon over there. At this moment, the army size is going to be at 32 versus 34. There is a lot of roaches, a total of 5 roaches. All 5 roaches are going to be focused firing on the cannon, and the cannon is going to go down, but he will be able to take down 1 roach with it. And these roaches will be able to take down the pylons as well. The pylons actually blocking the roaches from coming out, and these roaches, I guess, are just simply too fat to fit in between the 2 pylons. And finally, SSS Hello is going to be able to put down his hatchery, and the hatchery does go down, the pylon does go down as well. And at this moment, our Protoss player only has 1 sentry and 1 stalker, and there's a total of 5 roaches and 2 zerglings, only 2 zerglings coming to attack. He probably does not know his opponent does not have a lot of units, but he could probably guess, but he can force field these zerglings, but he chooses not to. That is a great use of the not force field. And there's going to be 2 gateways and 1 robotics facilities coming out, 1 more gateway in the back, so a total of 3 gateways spread out evenly in the base. And at this moment, the income tab is going to shoot up for our Zerg player, as he is going to be getting that natural expansion up and running. And the unit composition does show that he has a lot more probes. There's a total of 32 probes on this. This is an oversaturation of probes, and he is going to be thinking about getting his natural expansion, but I'm pretty sure the Zerg player will not be able to let him do that, or will not want him to do that. I mean, and there is going to be 1 probe. The probe is coming across. There is going to be the roach speed along with the roach burrow, and also the lair burrow, and the roaches are coming to the base of the Protoss player. Protoss player only has 2 of those sentries and 2 stalkers to defend against a lot of roaches. Roaches coming in to pick off the pylon. The pylon will be able to gets shot down, and there is going to be one observer. The observer is... Ooh, that was a nice bait there by SSS Hello, using only one of those roaches to bait out a force field, but he does have enough for, it seems to be, about 4 or so more force fields. Ooh, and he did get another sentry, so that's a total of 5 force fields. He is making Immortals now. Immortals are very, very good against roaches. Roaches coming up. Ooh, another good bait force field by SSS Hello. Great play there, as he is going to be getting up his economy up and running, whereas his opponent is not going to be able to. And Overseer does cross pass with the roaches there, and Army size is going to be a 57 versus 67 advantage for the Zerg player, as he does have more income now, and Contab does show that he has about still the same amount of income. I guess he does not have enough harvesters, and this one Immortal daring the roaches to come in, and the roaches do not want to come in because they don't want to get trapped directly next to the Immortal. And this is a very tense situation for Next Sickness, as he does not have that much army, and he does have 63 now of 66 versus opponent of 67. And SS Hello is not actually going to be moving some of the drones out. He is making more and more overlords. I think he had several chances there to make some more drones, but he chose not to because he wants to keep the pressure on his opponent by having a lot of roaches. And it looks like the Protoss player might actually be thinking about moving out here. And ooh, the observer comes right back in time, and he does see it. And these roaches are getting force field. You should probably burrow and run away, and he is not going to, and he is going to lose a total of 4 or 5 of those roaches. That is not a very good investment, but a very good timing by Nexon is bringing back his only observer in the game, I believe. Yep, only one observer coming back at the right time, and some more roaches are being spawned at this moment, and we do see the War Prism coming out for Next Sickness, and Next Sickness is going to grab his expansion, I suppose, because he does have a lot of minerals. He will be bringing up his Nexus, and at this time, army size is at 73 versus 78. Very, very close battle between these two players, and I believe this is a misset rally point by SSS Hello, as he does have those roaches going to the natural expansion of his opponent, and he is going to approach and possibly lose that unit. Unit composition, ooh, he actually does cancel some of those units for some reason, and I believe they were warping in Zealots, and he canceled them for sentries. And there is going to be a lot of stalkers, some sentries, and this Overseer is going to not die. And for the Zerg player, there is a total of 22 roaches. That is a lot of roaches. Roaches are really good, especially with their burrow upgrade. They will be able to burrow underneath the force fields. And will he be able to... Ooh, he does pick down that one Overseer over there with that one Lone Stalker. Great play there by Next Sickness, as this one Stalker might be baited into a whole bunch of roaches, and he will be able to take down that Stalker. And here we might see an engagement, but the roaches are falling back. Good force fields there, and the roaches could probably burrow and run, but he chooses not to. And this War Prism is really, really good. He can pretty much move it anywhere and reinforce from anywhere. It's like a mobile pylon. Great use of the War Prism there, and he is potentially going to move up. There is a set of Zerglings going to the natural expansion, and he will be able to take down that one Immortal. The Immortal is going down there, and he is going to come in here. Does prevent additional reinforcements from coming. Roaches are trying to get us around. Good set of force fields there. Actually, one more than necessary, but a good use of force fields. And the roaches are going to go to the base of the Protoss player, and the Protoss player is going to stick around, I suppose. He is not falling back. Ooh, now he is falling back, and he is trying to make up his mind. He's going back and forth, and the roaches are going to take down the expansion here, and he is possibly going to go in, and it looks like the Protoss player is going to fall back. And great force field there, forcing the Zerg player to not go inside, and these sentries are really saving Next Sickness the game, I want to say. And the roaches and Zerglings are just hanging out over here, and his base is actually undefended. Next Sickness is coming in. He does have one probe in the mix as well for some reason, but he does have the one War Prism, which will allow him to warp in more units should he choose, so he does not really need to place down a pylon. A lot of Overlords spawn at a really bad time, and they are getting picked off. Army size is at 90 versus 99, but 99 is capped out for the Zerg. The Zerg player is going inside the base of the Protoss player, as the Protoss player Next Sickness is going to move in here as well. You can keep tabs of the Protoss player at the lower right hand corner of the screen, as he is pushing inside, killing off a lot of units. These Zealots blocking a lot of those drones. Drones are going down. Neither player are making any more units. All the APMs are being used on these battles, and he wants to save the roaches, but the roaches are probably going to go down as well. Army size falling tremendously for both these players. The Zerg is taking a slightly heavier hit, as he did have his army slightly split, and these roaches are going to go down as well, because he does have one observer here. It looks like both these players will be going for a base trade, and SSS Hello is probably going to lose this as well. And the army size is falling tremendously for both these players, as the Protoss player is going to finally take down this lair. He does have one probe with his army. I suppose that one probe will be able to rebuild a Nexus as soon as this clears up, and he's got to be careful those units actually take down the probe, but he does not. The probe did not take any hits there. And both these players are actually really close in the army count. It's kind of funny, 59 to 57, and of course the Protoss player has taken out the base of the Zerg player, and the Zerg player is going to take out the base of the Protoss player. Both these players effectively going back to minute number 1 in the game. Very, very close and tense situation here. Both these players have an army, but the army might not be enough to kill off one another. They really want to have an expansion or possibly a new base to cement their lead or not lead, and it appears that the Protoss player only has 2 probes. Those precious 2 probes needs to be well protected, because if the Zerg can hold him off, he might not be able to close out the game, even though he has an army advantage, I believe. And the Zerg player is working on the Zerg base, and look at this, Next Sickness with his sick play between the Warp Prism and the Immortals. Immortals are taking shots at these units, but the Immortals not taking that much damage, because what happens is, even though the Roaches are shooting at you, unless those shots land on the Immortal, they will not actually do any damage. And the Immortal is going back and forth, dropping right next to it, and he is doing great harassments with these units. And the APM is absolutely insane for these players at the moment, as Next Sickness is going to drop and fly off, drop and fly off, drop and fly off. Really, really nice play there from the Warp Prism. Warp Prism is going to continuously harass, because the Zerg player has no anti-air units at this moment. He has lost his queen, and the Roaches are standing by. Ooh, he does take down 1 shot, 2 shots, and does take down one of those units, and he might be able to take down another. As great player for Next Sickness here, he is going to keep dropping. This is very, very like the StarCraft one with the Reaver and the Shuttle, and this is just great play. And he is going to continue to harass with just these 2 Immortals, and he is shooting and making those Roaches weaker and weaker. He is going to pass. Ooh, he does take down 2 more Roaches. Great play there. A set of units from the Protoss player is going to come around the side, and he is still harassing with these Immortals, not giving up. One Immortal is almost at. Ooh, he finally does get taken down, and the last Immortal does go down as well. But I think he has a significant army advantage now with his harassment. Additional units might get warped in, as he does have some money, but he has no gateways. That's kind of funny. He has resources but no gateways, but I think he will be able to take that game. That was a very, very nice play there with the Warp Prism as well as Immortals. Hope you guys enjoyed that game, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the next game. If you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please do leave me a comment or send me a message or send me an email. I do read and check those out, so let me know what you guys think. And there is one Roach hitting Next Sickness's base, and that's gotta be GG. He does run out of hatcheries, run out of options, and that was a great game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys at the next game.